smooth, skin to skin. Something was broken. Will you let me in? You and I will always have that one night. Come morning light, we'll always have that sunshine. We'll always have that sunshine. Daybreak, shadows fade. You step back, I step away. Nothing's broken, nothing new. Only the sunrise. I watch the rain streak down on the road.
Oui, d'accord.
We never dreamed it'd get this bad. Like a fool I assumed our troubles would just dissipate. Why do we wait for change until it's too late? We're a cauldron on the fire, ready to with the blood will sink in. But it ain't over till it's over. her. Then a swift and gentle wind. I hear it's ricochet. I look around and see the whole world breaking. Oh, where do you go to hide when nowhere feels safe? I'm a vessel on the waves, sinking with the weight. How the deep prevails to soar. But it ain't over till it's over. Cut the darkness with a flame. A single word can bring you closer. You break the silence with a whisper. A swift and gentle wind. When you call upon the name, Jesus,
Merci à vous.
Oui. Ah, il n'y avait pas de fer, désolé. C'était une galette.
美味しそうだ。イエイ。わあ、綺麗。